Oh, hey there. Welcome to bonus stream time. I wanted to test out some settings and things ahead of a charity stream that we're doing this weekend. And I have anxiety every day, and I wanted to make sure that my anxiety wasn't too bad on the day of the stream. And for that, I find it helps just to test things out and make sure that I kind of have a rough idea of how things are going to feel mechanics-wise. So I just figured I would just start doodling some stuff, see how it looks on the stream, and see how it feels to do it while I got a microphone in my face and a camera on my stuff on the drawings. Because I find the thing that happens to me so frequently once I'm streaming and I put the spotlight on myself is I lose the ability to think of things to draw. So that is an anxiety that I'm also trying to work out. But anyway, I hope you're having a nice time of day wherever it is you are. We're having a nice sunset right now. And today started out very cold. We got snow. Some April snow, very rude of April to give us snow like that. But the day warmed up. The snow has largely melted. And we're just kind of having a brisk spring sunset, which I don't mind one little bit. It's okay by me. I haven't used this pen in forever. This is a pen my friend Jen got me ages ago. And it's still very good. Still got lots of ink to go. Maybe I didn't use it very much. I was doing more ink drawings when she gave it to me. But nowadays I don't do a lot of traditional stuff. It's mostly digital. I'm just gonna draw some little robots for a bit just to get warmed up. As I shuffle things around. This might be a theme of tonight, is just shuffling things around to get comfy. And just try to let some of the anxiety dissipate. I find the longer I spend not doing a thing and just thinking about the thing, the more the anxiety just kind of builds up. So we're just doing some very neutral bot poses so that I don't have to think about it very much. Whenever I get like this, all I want to do is just like shut everything off and play video games. And that's not a great solution. That's indulging in avoidance, which is not a great way of dealing with anxiety, I think. think we gotta just, you know, practice existing with it. Know how your body responds. Just kind of accept the feelings that come with it. I think the other thing that I want to make sure I have, like, it's kind of like warming up muscles. There's drawing muscles, of course, but then there's the brain muscle of talking while you're doing the thing. That's where it's good to have something that's, you know, relatively mindless to start with, to practice. As soon as I start doing more complex things, I find that's when my brain starts to be unable to narrate what I'm doing. So I'm trying to work myself up to being better at that. And like anything, it just is practice. Okay, let's just draw all the different kinds of bots. All the different kind of cute bots. This is going to be Sointu, who I identify a lot with because they also are kind of prone to anxiety. What are they doing? Maybe they're checking on teapot. See, now I'm thinking about stuff that's more than just drawing a robot in a neutral pose. Some perspective shenanigans that I'm not sure if I'm going to do successfully. Sointu has not the best legs for this. This kind of little booty short cowling. Thing with drawing traditional is that you can't zoom in and undo things until you get it just right. You gotta trust at some point what you're doing. That's the other thing with my setup here is that trying to get used to I have like a when I'm just like sitting and drawing in my most comfortable way, it's usually I'm at the dinner table and just like with my face like an inch above the table, just completely craned over. And I don't think that's an ideal way for your body to be. Okay, let's see. A little scared. A little scared. Teapots. Always been strange shapes for me to draw, which is upsetting because I really like teapots. So you know, I would expect myself to be able to draw them with some skill. Hiya, Penny. How's it going? We're just drawing random stuff. If you think of something for me to draw, just shout it out. Trying to see how anxiety inducing my setup is so that I don't have like a freak out on Sunday for the charity stream. Things are going. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound super great. Hope things are all right. Trying to get back my ink drawing muscles. Church stuff. Yeah. Church jobs can be fraught, so I feel you. You miss these little guys? Yeah, I miss them too. Oops. But yeah, I want to make sure I have I've built up some comfort with pencil ink before Sunday. Keki always says arms up. Okay, how much is this bleeding through? Oh, I forgot I had drawings on the other side of this. Huh. Who's next? Oh, well, if we have Sointu, then we have to have Kopik. Who is probably like gazing out at nature. You're excited for Sunday? Sweet. Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited and frightened at the same time. I think it's good. I hope that it's just like a fun time. But I'm trying to prepare myself for if my brain decides to be nasty that day. But yeah, if you're able to swing down on the internet over here to hang out, that'd be sweet. And you know, if it goes well and we have a good time, then we'll probably do more. Don't have to just do one, because I've got a lot of postcards. I've got a lot of postcards and 4x6 art prints that can basically be mailed as postcards. What's on the docket? What is on the docket? It's, I guess that's part of the thing I have to figure out is, like, what... I'm gonna have to give myself some prompts so that I'm not, stumbling right out of the gate, figuring out what to draw. And not just relying on folks recommending things in chat, which, you know, that'll help. Anything outside of the postcards? No, I mean, I think I'm gonna start up the stream and, you know, see who turns up, and start doodling in postcards. And then if people donate, then hey, how come the captions aren't going? Were they going before? Hello, captions. Yeah, you're enabled. You're okay. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think yeah, once you know, we'll start out, and I'll just draw, even if nobody's there. And you know, if people start donating, then, you know, maybe I'll take some suggestions and then kind of prep the postcards. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I could extend it if it's like lots of people are hanging out and we're actually like raising a bunch of money, then I have wiggle room on Sunday to go longer. So we could make it a long one. So yeah, we'll there will be some element of playing it by ear. Oh, I don't have my little tune ticker open. But you know, I'm my little microphone arm is being a little loosey-goosey. I was thinking about the idea of like, oh well, you know, if we're actually able to raise some money, that's gonna feel amazing. Nice and reminiscent of like the old days. Days when I would stream for kind of insane amounts of time. Ancient times. Yeah, it's you know, it's I'm sad that I didn't save more of those streams. I didn't know how to use Twitch at all. But there's still some clips. Some ancient clips, and I look at my setup and I was like, what the heck was I doing? It's kind of fun to have those to look back on. But like, I don't know, it was a neat time because people were just showing up. And I don't think the market was as saturated. Yeah, 2 a.m. streams. I streamed pretty late. It was exciting because like that was when like I was having a lot of activity on Tumblr as well. And I had no idea how to deal with all that. My like extremely mild internet fame moment. college penny. Those were the days. Truly, those were a time. Yeah, the time of the mailbot. The like the one viral comic. Here, let's erase some of these pencils. And yeah, now I don't have that dog in me to like really work the social media algorithms. And I think that's part of where I started getting some nerves about doing this, because I decided, oops, I started erasing this too soon. Because oh boy, my train of thought barely ever leaves the station. This train of thought. Oh yeah, I got myself nervous because I started thinking like, oh well, I want people to show up, so I should be posting about it. And so I did the post on Discord and on Tumblr, and I reposted on Tumblr, and I did a post on Blue Sky. I think that's all I'm willing to do. I could put something on Instagram, and I could put something on Facebook, but I don't think I can deal with that. It just physically makes me ill. Curious to see where else the plot of the Cute Bot comic goes. If it would go, well, yeah, I got plans. There is like. Basically, all that comic that's out there was trying to set up, just trying to start the story. And then, like, it was just so hard to get back on the horse to start drawing more of it. So, like, I know there are, like, things that I want to show. But it's just a matter of starting it back up and getting there. Okay, I think let's do Raleigh. Like the two human characters that I introduced were like they are two characters that it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's like the like literally characters that I was drawing back in high school. And it's like at some point you got to just let them go, but I figured, you know what, whatever. Let's throw them into this story and do something with them. And yeah, just got to like kind of introduce them, and then had to take a hiatus. Keep them forever; they shall live eternal. How did I draw these guys before? Yeah, so basically everything that I all the ways that I decided to make the comic are kind of the like not great ideas, like forcing yourself to do one panel per day. When like updating every day, one panel per day is like murder for getting a sense of pacing. And then just like use some high school characters or characters you meet in high school that you've never been able to do anything with. That's totally fine. I think if you were to describe my methods to anyone with a lick of sense about making a comic, they'd be like, no, don't do that. But maybe that's why it'll work. It'll work this time. It hasn't worked for anyone else, but surely it'll work for me. Okay, after I get some of these initial nerves out, I think what I need to do is practice drawing something like this. Not like this, but like drawing something this way from reference. Don't let the imposter syndrome tell you that others don't also fly by the seat of their ass. I guarantee you're doing fine. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. I appreciate the encouragement. Like ultimately, my thought on it is whatever gets you making the thing, whatever that thing is, can be whatever. If you want to make stuff, just find a way to make stuff. And making a thing that's very flawed, imperfect, is much better than not having made anything. Pull yourself together. Who am I missing? Oh, I'm missing Chris. Oh, and I'm missing Elan. Here, actually, Penny, if you're chilling here, and I trust you as a long-suffering mod for this channel. I'll show you what I've got for how things are going to work. So there's okay, let's see. So there are a couple commands that people can use. Yeah, to think about that one. So there's the link to donate, but when the charity, the donation thing isn't active right now, so that won't take you anywhere. But there will be like a donate button where the subscribe button is right now, so people on desktop can press that. But if you're on mobile, you have to use that link. And then there's for the mailing form. There's this, it's the postcard. I don't know why that went off twice. I wonder why that went off twice. Let's see if it goes off twice 2 times. Yeah, it goes off. Why does it go off twice? Okay. Interesting. Now I have to find out where I put that command. Yeah, so it happens when you do it as well. Okay, I'm looking for the command. Oh, did your graduation bot show up? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh. No. Oh, yeah, it's literally, the command is duplicated. Weird. Okay, so we've got postcard, tip, and donate. Whoop. Let's get that out of there. Okay, now it should work better. Oh, to save. There we go, that's normal. That's more normal. How is the how do you find the camera picture, by the way? Is it like I see like some artifacting and stuff on it, but I don't know if it's very distracting. I think that's probably going to be bound to happen if I want to have like a clear like a make the pencils and things pop. So yeah, anyway, so the way it's going to work is that people can donate with the donate link, and then if they fill out that form that's linked there, then they put in their contact info. And once I see that, I'll go, like, they can request, like, if they saw a design on the stream that they like, they can request a specific specific postcard. And then depending on, I think what I'll do, like, I thought it might be fun for them to see that I'm actually, like, putting the name on the card. But it will depend, I guess, if I'll have to ask them if they're watching, if it's okay for me to do that. Obviously, if they're, like, real names, I would have to just do, like, first name. Maybe I'll add a thing on the form to say, like, hey, do you want me to show you, do you want me to show writing this on the postcard on stream? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Obviously, I'm not going to put anything, I'm not going to show any, like, personal information on the stream. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking about problems that may not exist. Maybe I'll just say, if you select your if you say, because there's an option there to say, like, just put my Twitch name on there, and I can say that if it's just your Twitch name, then I'll write it on stream. Maybe that's what I'll do. It's not terribly important, I guess. But I do want to be, you know, sensitive to this stuff. Okay, let's have Elon just, like, having a sit. How do I used to do Elon's hands? This is why also I never do this sort of thing, because I end up just thinking myself out of doing anything, because I just imagine all of the problems. which is why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do this, like, let's do it this weekend. And what happens, happens. Elon's got big old grippers. Oh, we need to draw parcel as well. Wrists twice the size of his elbows. Or their elbows. I don't know if I don't think Elon uses he him at all. I think they are strictly they. And garbage bot? Do you mean hold on. Do you mean that guy? Ah, yeah. Good old garbage bot. Oh yeah, an Olive. I forgot about Olive. Olive, the other rain bot. Olive, the other rain bot. Had a very shiny chassis.
Let's go crazy.
Oh, I don't like this track. This is too EDM for me. What are the other tracks on this album like? I might just remove this whole album. You went back to the Easter egg on the Cuba website. Yeah, a lot of these are recent additions to my circulation of stream music. Ooh, this is a scuffed Elon. Oh well. So I haven't actually listened through all of the tracks on these. I kind of poked through some of the albums and thought, okay, yeah, I can put that on there. But I'm not as into like the really, I don't know what you call this. Yeah, I might get rid of this whole album. That's fine. There's plenty of music on this playlist. Remove. If we get rid of that, there's still 7 hours on here. So that's fine. Didn't realize Kopik and Chris lived together. I thought they just hung out for some reason. And they were roommates vibes. Yeah, I think it's Chris and Kopik. It's very more just like a platonic situation, I think. Not that I've explored romance with the bots very much, but I feel like Sointu and Kopik are more. Oh, hi, Sif. Are you helping? Sif is helping. Hello, Sif. But yeah, Kopik and Sointu have more of like a couple dynamic. Hello, Sif. It's a good girl. There we go. Sif is helping. The thing with Sif is that if she goes to a place and you remove her from the place, she immediately wants to go back to that place. And you will just end up in this constant cycle of removing her from the place and her reinserting herself ever and more forcefully into that place. Yeah, there we go. This is great. This is great TV, Sif. Yep, that's my eraser, Sif. She's also got her butt on my keyboard. So hopefully she doesn't press any hotkeys. Oh, look at this. No, don't. Okay. No. Let's keep the feet off the keyboard. Oh. Yeah. This is my cat. I'm trying to let her get this out of her system. Because she also has like ADHD and will just like... God, Sif. God. Stream should still be going. Maybe refresh. Okay, good. Okay, Sif, we're having a great time having you hijack the stream. But my god. Don't just like straight up gonna knock over the camera. My god. You were so disruptive. Okay, no, don't rub up against the keyboard. Okay. No. No, stop. Don't. Yes, you're very pretty. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed this. Maybe this is bad parenting on my part. Now she's just like having a great time. At least get your face in frame. If you're gonna do this, you have to show off how cute you are. Okay, wait. I'm gonna get the other camera going. Where is it? Oh my god, Sif. Of course, the other camera is not working. Thank you. Sif, you were just the most disruptive and destructive cat I've ever had the misfortune of loving. My god. Sif. There we go. So you can better see what I'm dealing with here. There you go, Sif. Look, you're on camera. Yeah. Oh my god. No, stop that. Father, I must hotkey. Okay, you know what? It's almost time for ad break. So I'm going to put this child in prison, I think. Remove her. Yeah, she wants to be a streamer. Don't eat my pens. Don't eat my pens. Don't eat. Don't eat the pens. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna run some ads for the hour, and then we'll get back. I'll remove this child from here, and then we'll continue on. God, Sif. She do got a big booty. Okay, come on, Sif. So the real problem is that if I lock her out, like I just put her outside my room, there's a good chance that like she will try to dig under the door, like dig through the carpet to get back in. Not that that would ever work, but she destroys the carpet regardless. While we're sitting on ads, here are the. I need to give her her own streaming setup. That's right. So this is the little little panel I'll have in the top right here of the stream with instructions on what to do for the postcard. So I'm hoping that like that's relatively clear. I'm going to leave that for a sec. I'm going to refill my beverage. I'll be right back. Okay. Look at all that cat hair. Yeah, she makes her presence known. Okay, let's keep on just doodling stuff, I think. Where did the eraser go? There it is. Okay. Now that Sif the Destroyer has been put in prison. Okay, let's keep on drawing the Cutebot cast. I think this is working in terms of like making me feel a bit less self-conscious about just drawing in general. With this setup, that is. And I'm happy with my little ad notification things. I actually set up a timer so that, you know, every hour it'll give me a heads up before Twitch decides to automatically run an ad. Because I got blindsided last time I did an art stream. I want to see the bots interacting with Rocky from Project Hail Mary. Yeah, let's try it. That sounds like a good idea. I'm just gonna... Yeah, well, let's have... We'll have Parcel just kind of jogging. And then we'll, let's grab Rocky. Rocky... Project Hail Mary. Here, I'm gonna try something else. Boop. There we go. Gonna get rid of the top bar there. No, don't make it smaller. Alright, whatever. It's gonna be that way. Still the right size, still the right aspect ratio. Okay. There we go. Would the bot survive in Rocky's atmosphere? Rocky's atmosphere is very dense and hot, right? I feel like that would present problems. I like how they still kind of gave Rocky a face. He's got kind of short, like, oh, I don't know, the proportions on his limbs are strange. Yeah, I mean the actual like gas content wouldn't be an issue. I think it would mostly be the pressure and temperature that would be a problem. So you got like, okay, wait, that's one rendering of Rocky. Got 5 legs. Yeah, he's got 5 legs. Five leg. So I'm not sure what the mechanics of the running. I guess it runs like a spider, I guess. It would be something like this. Be something like this. He runs by doing it all of the things. You know, with so Aaron and I went to see Project Hail Mary not too long ago. And then with like the Artemis mission, of just like, and I'm sure this is happening everywhere, that like I was like, man, I want to watch more space stuff now. So like I was watching Apollo 13, which like that movie holds up. That holds up very well. I was watching old Chris Hadfield interviews. And I've been watching For All Mankind, which is like kind of a ridiculous show. It's very melodramatic. But it does feature things going wrong in space, which like I'm always morbidly fascinated with. Gravity terrified you. Interesting. Is that because of the notion of like being untethered in space? Yeah. Well, that's what gave me nightmares about Apollo 13, because that happens in a dream in Apollo 13. And Tom Hanks gets sucked out of the spaceship, and I would have nightmares about that. And I don't know why, because I'd be afraid to go to sleep. I'd be sitting in my bed and I'd be scared of getting sucked out of a spaceship. You're scared of heights and that's really high. You know what? That's very legit. That's extremely legit. Makes perfect sense. Well, the other thing, I'm just kind of bonkers. I think there are various things wrong with my brain, but I'm always like, oh, I could do this with the stream. I could do this with the stream, and adding in all these extra things that are totally unnecessary. But we've been talking a lot about small joys. And I wanted to, so like whenever something super dark happens in Final Fantasy 16, it's like, hey, let's think of a small joy just to like ground us in things that feel good. And I decided there had to be some sort of channel integration for that. So I made a couple extra channel point redeems. And I'm going to use one right now. So the idea is that we're going to build a library of small joys that when we are in need, we can call upon to be reminded. So one of my small joys was listening to local radio while having a shower. So then that gets added to the library. And then when needed, you can pull from the library and then it will just kind of pop up on the stream for a second. And then it will go away. So yeah, the idea is to just kind of keep on building on those until we have lots. Yeah, you know, I thought it would be a cute idea. Not an obtuse idea. One saw a sphinx moth and a Carolina mantis in the same shrub, and was that a small joy for you, or was that a big joy? I'm gonna draw myself having a warm beverage on a cold day. It was a large joy. I miss cold days. Is it already like unbearably hot where you are? 26 degrees, that's too hot. Too hot for this guy. Yeah, I like it. Although I'm ready for spring because I want to start riding my bike again. And I'm not one of those people that will ride my bike when it's too cold or snowy outside. Wish I didn't have so many shadows in here, but that's kind of how it goes when evening sets in. So hopefully this is still okay to watch. Gotta make my feet super stubby. Don't have enough room. Still okay? I should stop worrying about this because I've been browsing art streams and folks who have way more viewership than me have, you know, like, I don't want to say it looks bad, but in like my opinion, it's like, wow, that camera is like really grainy, or, you know, the lighting isn't good, or like I don't like their stream overlay. It's like you make, like, if you do whatever works for you and for your audience. Ever consider posting speed draws on YouTube? Well, that would require me to... Okay, wait, what do you mean by speed draw? As in, like, when I actually draw it, I draw it as fast as I can? Or is it just a video of me drawing something normally, but all sped up? Take a recording of the Photoshop drawing process and speed it up. The only problem with that I find is that with Photoshop, it means that like every time I zoom in or zoom out, when you speed that up, that becomes very like unattractive to watch. And I feel like with speed draw videos, you want to see the whole picture the whole time and see it gradually come together. But because of the way that I draw, like I always, whenever I'm inking, I'll always like be zoomed super duper close. And I don't think it gets the desired effect. Whereas like other programs like Procreate, I believe, has like an option where, you know, it tracks the whole drawing so that you can export a video of the whole thing kind of coming together. I don't think Photoshop supports that. I think you can do that in Clip Studio. Because, yeah, I've looked into this. But I don't think Photoshop has the functionality to do that. But maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I last looked it up. Yeah, I've always thought they're cool videos. Oh yeah, can clone a canvas in Photoshop. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna Google that real quick. Not seeing anything. I'll look into that. Because, you know, it's certainly an idea. It'd be nice to be able to have something that was, like, attractive to post. Does that look like Rocky? I could post the playthroughs, the Final Fantasy stuff. I mean, I am exporting those to the YouTube channel because Twitch doesn't let you. What I used to do was I'd store them all on Twitch as highlights. Whoa, that's an intense shadow. But then Twitch put a hard limit on how many highlights you could actually have. And so I had to move things to YouTube. But that's kind of where everything lives now. Some of it's like unlisted because a lot of it was just like, it's mostly just to make sure I don't lose it. But as time goes on now, I might consider more like thinking about the viability of those as hashtag content. Oh hey, I'm gonna draw Aaron, and then I want to show you. I've been questioning whether I should post these, but when I make our lunches in the evening to help Aaron not forget their lunch, I always draw a little cartoon of them doing something. And I usually do it very quickly. Sometimes I do it at night, sometimes I do it like before I leave for work in the morning. And then so I just draw a little something on a post-it note and put it on their little lunch container. I've made Aaron too short here. They're probably going to be upset with me for doing that. But what this has resulted in is like a lot of little silly drawings of Aaron. And Aaron has started collecting them all in a little notebook. And it's funny to like look back on some because like a lot of them I don't remember drawing at all. Okay, can I draw Aaron sitting cross-legged? Okay, you man, you can draw. Yeah. It is my little labor of love. But it's practical because I used to just make Aaron lunch and then they would forget it in the fridge and I would come home and be like, Aaron, you forgot your lunch. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm like, like, you're going hungry and we're like wasting food if you don't eat this. Okay, this isn't a great drawing of Aaron, unfortunately. So it was practical to come up with an eye-catching way to be like, hey, Aaron, because like they're going to open the fridge in the morning. So I'm like, okay, if you can open the fridge and you see something eye-catching, maybe you'll be less likely to forget your lunch. And so far, it's worked pretty well. I think we've just had a couple instances here and there where they've forgotten their lunch. But I was debating whether or not I should think about posting them because a big part of it is that, like, hey, this is just for us. And it's a good opportunity for me to just draw something without worrying about its viability as content. But I kind of do want to show you. And if anyone else watching gets the benefit of that, then, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I feel like you, Penny, will appreciate. Yeah, you're special. You're a special little gremlin. I'm something. Oh, I messed this up. Oh well. There's a little Aaron. Aaron's so cute. Okay. I'm gonna run down and grab it really quick. And I'll show you a couple. Just for giggles. I'll be right back. Okay. And that one neighborhood cat y'all keep seeing that will show up, cause chaos, antagonize everyone sees, eats her food, and then runs. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Okay, ready? This is very much an inside joke. But yeah, these will just be like... I really like that one. That one's really good. So yeah, just like really derpy... drawings of Aaron. I like this one. I do not remember drawing this one bit, but I think it's a very good drawing. So yeah, just like sometimes I'm doing these like as I'm like running out the door. I don't know why this one's a bat. I ran out of Post-its. This one, obviously, I did. I'm very proud of this one. I forget when I did this. I was definitely in a rush when I did it. I really like, this is probably one of my favorites. I just really like the kind of feral pose. That's a pretty good one too. Oh yeah, and for their grace, Lord Aaron of Craig, Lord of Enbies. Pretty good one. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. Aaron really likes the giraffe one. That's one of Aaron's favorites. Okay, I'm putting that away now. Okay. Yeah, we eat the lunch. So that's there's a story behind that. Kind of silly inside joke, I guess now. But like Aaron was hanging out with some of our friends late into the night. They were like hanging out to play cards. And they drank a fair amount of adult beverages. And then at like 2 in the morning, Aaron texts me and writes, we play the cards, like CRARDS. That was one message. We play the cards. And then immediately after that message, they wrote, I lose. So now we just have this saying that's like, well, you know, sometimes we play the cards. I lose. And yeah, that was the message I got at 2 a.m. It was pretty great. Sometimes the cards aren't in your favor. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is... what am I going to do? I'm going to draw one more thing. I'm going to do a little dance. You can't tell, but I'm doing a little dance right now. Yeah, I'm going to draw one more thing. And then stop the stream. And then I need to do... I don't know if I'm going to stream it. Should I stream it? I need to like catch up on side quests in Final Fantasy 16. Because I'm trying to just get those done in between our main playthrough streams. So I should probably just do it off stream. But if I do it on stream, that gives me the chance to like test things out. Anyway, for the thing, I'm gonna draw a cow. I'm just gonna like draw a cow. I'm just gonna see what happens if I try to draw a cow. Could do a Discord run. Oh, like stream on Discord, you mean? And well, maybe it'll be a better idea to just kind of like, I don't know. Do I want to? It's the eternal struggle for me of like, do I want to do a thing to like test stream settings and interact with people? Or do I just want to like zone out and have some alone time? I did think about that, yeah. Alone time is very nice. The only thing about the other channel is that none of the like channel point redeems and overlay stuff works on it. But it has the benefit of being not an affiliate. So it doesn't have as many ad breaks and stuff. I don't know. I think if I streamed it, I'd want to do it on this channel. Okay, I always feel like I mess up the face when it comes to cows. I always make them look kind of weird. I mean, I'm already kind of anthropomorphizing this a little bit and giving it like more cartoony eyes. Here, I'll move this a little closer. Does that kind of look like a cow? Kind of looks like a cow, right? Little heifer. It does look like a... Hooray! It does look like a cow. I think we give it like a snout. I don't really like the proportion I've given it of like mouth to. I don't think I like the eyes so much, but you know, whatever. This is the drawing that exists. Maybe we can make it better when we ink it. Or we can make it worse. But ultimately, it'll just be what it is. And that's okay. It will be made. Hey, is this mic sounding okay, by the way? I've been doing a lot of fiddling with it lately, and sometimes when you start doing that, you end up just making it worse. Sounds nice? Okay. I appreciate that. I trust your opinion because you're like a professional. You're like a professional in junk. You know? The really challenging thing has been like trying to make sure that Aaron's mic and my mic are actually like isolated from each other, even though we're sitting like basically right next to each other. Got your professional Sony headphones. So here's the here's the crazy annoying thing for me with trying to figure out how to set things up. So like I'll do a recording or I'll do a stream and I'll listen back to the stream obsessively to try and see if there are any moments where there's echo or if things are distorting or if there's a bad balance between different sources. And like I'm always finding stuff that's wrong. Like I try to fix something every stream because there's always some moment where I hear those things. But the other issue is that no matter what you do, like the people are going to be listening to things on different devices. And all those devices are going to have wildly different requirements for optimizing the sound. So like I'll listen back on one set of headphones and pick up another set of headphones and listen back on those, and it sounds completely different. It sounds completely different when I listen to it on a laptop speakers versus my computer speakers versus on the phone speakers. Yeah, you cannot optimize for everything. So like all you can do is try to find a happy medium between all of it, which is, that to me is the thing that like I don't know how to do. Okay, wait, let me look at, let's see. Can I do a better like cow face? More cartoony cow face. But yeah, just like trying to figure out what is an acceptable compromise. Is just so challenging. Oh, you think my stream always sounds good? Well, that's great. I appreciate that. The thing that I've been trying to figure out is like optimizing these things and then trying to get the stream like loud enough. Because I find when I start balancing things, like especially between like Aaron's mic and my mic, it always ends up got it at a good level that doesn't sound echoey at all, but also doesn't sound restricted. Like I think compressed is probably what you mean. Because I find a lot of streams tend to go quite hard on the compressor and have a really compressed sound, and I don't want that. It's beneficial to have the compression. Compression is great for having that kind of compromise for lots of different platforms, and like for folks listening on like a mobile device. Compression is going to help you out a lot there. And so I do have compression going on everything, but I don't like the sound of something that's over compressed. More in terms of 3D spacing. It sounds like you're sitting right next to me without you speaking into my ear, without it sounding like we're in a huge room. Oh, good. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, like compression is absolutely part of that. But also, yeah, I see what you're saying with like the 3D space of like the background music too, and how the voice compares to that. Compression is it's a difficult thing that I don't quite fully understand. But I'm understanding more, and I'm understanding more about like why you use compression and what compression sounds like. So like what I have set up, I don't know if this is interesting to listen to, but it'll be interesting. But I mean, between us, like you know stuff. You know stuff if you're doing live streaming and stuff. The background music and on the game streams, the game audio, that has something that we call side chaining or ducking, where there's a there's a compression filter on the game audio or the background music that only activates when there's a signal coming through the microphones at a certain decibel range. And so the idea there is that if you have like a consistent sound source like background music or game audio that you want to have loud enough that people can hear, but you don't want it to cover up your microphones, then the side chain or the ducking will compress the game audio or the music only when the microphones are having a certain decibel range go through them. And so you'll probably hear it that when I talk, the music gets what that basically comes down to is that the thing that you're compressing gets quieter. That's the whole kind of idea there, because you're decreasing the dynamic range. I also appreciate your lack of pee-pops. Yeah, that's I got a windsock on my mic that helps a lot with that. You can use a pop filter for that as well, but my struggle is that I already struggle a bit with things being in front of my face while I'm trying to draw or do whatever. It's less of a problem with game streaming because I'm just holding a controller and looking at a screen. But especially when I'm doing something like this and only having a thing in my face. And if I had a pop filter, that's just a whole big thing in front of my face. Oh, do you get... So the P sound that you're talking about is called a plosive. So that just means... So it's just that like you're having too much air going through the mic at once. So yeah, like putting a pop filter or just a windsock, or on broadcast mics, there's a thing called a dead cat. That's kind of just a very intense windsock. So that can help a lot. But part of that as well is EQ. Oh yeah, you would know those for filming, absolutely, yeah. So windsock and then some EQ, like cutting out the very high decibel range. That's going to help you with the really sizzly sounds as well, so S's. Oh, our podium mic is not good for a dead cat, no. You might be able to find a windsock for it, though. You should be able to find a windsock for it. And like, that absolutely helps. I found with this mic that I'm using, it does have a built-in pop filter, but it wasn't enough. So I shoved a windsock on there. That helped a really good deal. And then the rest you can make up with EQ. Some people just explode their peas, and maybe they might be speaking like, are they like getting real close to that mic? Because usually podium mics are condenser mics, and condenser mics are really super sensitive. The mic that I'm using is a dynamic mic, and I'm able to have my lips are basically touching the windsock whenever I'm speaking into it, and so I have the gain fairly low, but because it's a dynamic mic, I don't have to worry too much about like overpowering it. If I had any free time, work with our engineers on that. If I had free time, I'd go like a million other projects. That's fair. That's fair. So you aren't actually in charge. Like, the audio is like out of your hands, eh? Sorry, I've not been able to like talk and draw. I wish I was better at that. But yeah, if you apply a high frequency roll off or what am I trying to say? But if you just like cut out a lot of the high end frequencies, that will help a lot. That'll help with S's as well, sibilants and plosives. Got 2 sound engineers. And I mean, it's very complicated if you have live sound in addition to a live stream. That can be so complicated. Because both require like very different sensibilities. They have very different requirements. Okay, I'm gonna do the add command real quick. You got stories about that? Yeah, I bet. Okay, actually, do I run ads or do I call it here? I might just call it here. Although I am enjoying our discussion of sound stuff, because I've been learning lots in the last little while. But yeah, it's a shell engine. Like, if you're running the stream but you don't have control over the sound, like, sound is the most important part of any live stream. If your live stream doesn't sound good, then people aren't going to watch. Like, you absolutely need to have good quality sound. So if you don't have control over that, then that makes things real tough. But if you're dealing with a situation where you have like a praise band or something, where you have like multiple inputs, you have mic inputs as well as instruments going through a mixer that's going into a sound system that is like filling a room, and so you have to worry about the sound coming from the room, like that, and like, you know, if there are other things too where you're capturing like voiceover and stuff as well. It's so complicated. It's so complicated to get it sounding good. So, yeah. You know what? You should send me a link on Discord to like one of the services or whatever if they post it anywhere. Because I'd absolutely have a listen and then see if I can actually tell like what things might be going on, and if there are like things that I can suggest you like tell your engineers. not being an expert at all, but I don't know, it might help to discuss things that like, what are you hearing, and like try to give you language for that kind of thing. Because yeah, I'd be totally interested in doing that. Yeah. But yeah, I think for now we'll end this stream, and I'm gonna go relax for a little bit. This was a really good opportunity to get some nerves out, and you know, I will go back and watch this stream obsessively, or watch the VOD for this obsessively, and see what sort of problems there were. But yeah, Aaron and I will be streaming tomorrow night. We'll be doing some more Final Fantasy 16. We'll do that, and we'll be streaming Saturday as well in like the early afternoon. And then yeah, Sunday 1 p.m. MDT, I will be doing a charity stream for the first time. I've never done this before with like the Twitch integration and everything. This is the most complicated thing I have attempted stream-wise. So we'll see how it all goes. I hope folks show up, and I hope I don't have a panic attack or something. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go to the outro stream, and also thanks for tuning in, Penny. I really appreciated having someone to chat with while I was. That was a good practice for me, so I super duper appreciate it. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna try something here. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? It's working. It's working. There we go. That's you. Yeah. Sweet. Well, thank you. I'm seeing your messages. All right, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. I'm gonna play some video games and just kind of relax, and then we'll be streaming tomorrow. So have yourself a good night. Thank you for being you. And that's all. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.